So the biggest news in the box office this week comes from Star Wars Episode VIII jumping ship from its original May 26th release date in 2017 to a prime holiday slot on December 15th of the same year. Now this is actually kind of weird because before The Force Awakens was released late last year, each Star Wars film had previously been released on Memorial Day weekend. And even up until the start of the 21st century, Memorial Day weekend has historically been considered the start of the summer movie season, somewhat because of Star Wars, and it has consistently been one of the most profitable box office weekends of any given year. Of course, the start of the summer movie season has kind of shifted in the last 15 or 16 years, where the beginning of May is actually the start of the summer movie season, if not in April nowadays, but that's a story for another time. So anyway, with all that being said, there is absolutely no doubt that this is a strange move from Disney's part. And it's not like Disney's giving away that prime space either, as it quickly filled in the gap with the fifth Pirates of the Caribbean movie that was previously scheduled to open on July 7th, 2017. So the question does become, why is Disney seemingly shifting the Star Wars movie release dates to December for the foreseeable future? To answer that question, we have to be absolutely clear. Disney has a whole lot of properties being released over the next 5 years, and 2017 is no exception, with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Pirates of the Caribbean 5, Cars 3, the Spider-Man reboot, Thor Ragnarok, and a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, and more, all being released in the same year as each other. That's already a really crowded schedule. That's not even to mention Fast and Furious 8, Wonder Woman, Justice League Part 1, War of the Planet of the Apes, and Avatar 2, and much, much more. And while 2017 is already looking like a really exciting year for Hollywood blockbusters, and the simple answer could be that with the success of The Force Awakens, Disney has accidentally figured out a way to further hedge their bet and putting more distance in between all of these films, thus making it more likely that each and every single one of them could break out if possible. I mean, obviously, if they know now that people are willing to see Star Wars movies during the December months, they're more willing to make that shift going forward, knowing that it's not going to affect their bottom line. They probably wouldn't necessarily be willing to do that if it was something like Marvel or one of their retelling stories, because they don't necessarily have all that data to prove this. However, I do want to go back to Avatar 2 for 1 second. The not so highly anticipated sequel to the biggest box office hit ever to grace the silver screen. At the end of its run, The Force Awakens won't even come close to breaking Avatar's record, and yet with this new release date, we have ourselves a good old-fashioned box office chicken contest. And it's the first major one since DC openly challenged Marvel's Captain America 3 for its release date in the summer with Batman vs. Superman before moving to March instead. And given the pedigree of the people and material involved with the potential Star Wars vs. Avatar box office showdown, this could possibly be the most interesting one ever. Sadly, these fights rarely if ever actually end up happening, as one of the studios ends up blinking and moving to another release date. The strange thing here is that Disney is challenging Avatar 2 at all. You might think that there's nothing for them to lose in this fight because Star Wars will actually really probably beat Avatar 2 in the long run, but I will remind you that Disney is currently constructing an Avatar land in Disney World. And considering Avatar made more money than any other film in history while making nearly no cultural impact, one would have to ask oneself why Disney would openly be challenging a film that they actually need to do better in the box office in order to make this huge investment of theirs even remotely relevant going forward. My guess is that we're going to be seeing confirmation in the next couple days that Avatar 2 is going to be pushed back into 2018 very soon, and the fight will not happen. You know, of course all of this is pure speculation from my point of view, as we aren't really sure why Disney has decided to delay Episode 8 for 6 months. We got word a few days ago that the script of the movie is going to go through some major rewrites despite being completed months ago, and similar rumors have been going around about this year's spin-off, Star Wars Rogue One. Now, if you remember, Episode 7 opened in December last year due to issues behind the scenes and not financial reasons at all. Now, this could suggest that it is well within the realm of possibility that Disney is simply trying to play catch-up and figure out the entire game plan for its Star Wars universe going forward in order to strengthen the brand and keep it going for years to come. Honestly, whether you like these movies or not, I really wouldn't worry about this move at all. It might suck to have to wait 6 more months to see Episode 8 in theaters, but I think Disney has taken precautions to ensure a decent film no matter what. Until then, let's just sit back and wait for Rogue One. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Have a nice day, everybody.